Well, out here burning today. I didn't film anything yesterday, but I got all this finished raked up in the front 2.5 acres. I still got the back 2.5 acres to do today, but wanted to start burning, get some of this stuff burned up here. I set this pile on fire. I did set that one too, but that one didn't light, so I'll have to relight it. And then I didn't burn that one because I'm gonna get these burned up and then put everything in there so I don't have to track it all the way to the back one. But that one's lit, and then this one here is also lit. So we're just kind of repiling them a little bit, let them get all nice and burned up, and hopefully get this side burned up today. I'm gonna probably light a couple over there as well. There was there 5? Yeah, 5 piles in this one, then there's 8 in that back one. That one was more spread out. This one was kind of, so it's like pointed up here, and then it kind of points off this way and that way, so I kind of just split it up there. But gonna go back there now and start root raking. I'll probably light 2 of them over there, get those lit, so get them burnt too. So yeah, gonna be a burn day and root raking, so we'll see what we can get done today. So today got a little bit of this raked up. Got about, I don't know, half of it done. Probably not quite, but there's 3 burn piles over there. They burn up pretty well, and then I got 1 more still left over on that first 2.5 acres, and then got this one's almost burnt up, and that one's almost burnt up. And tomorrow I'll bring some more straw to light these up if it's not too windy, but definitely getting there. So hopefully get this wrapped up this week and get moved out of here. So but my friend did also say he wanted me to work on that ditch too with him when he got his excavator, but I don't know when he's gonna get his over here, so I might be doing that too, I guess, but we'll see. So, but we're almost done here, so I'm gonna head on home for now because I gotta do some milking. So get you guys back out tomorrow. So I've got some more brush piles burning. Got that one lit, and then this one I'm keeping for now. Same with that one, but then got the rest of them lit up there. Lit 5 of them this morning. So far they're doing good. It is breezier than I'd like, but should be all right. We're gonna go and clean up all this 2.5 acres here real quick. Get it all cleaned up. Bigger stumps, but we'll take them and put in that burn pile now. And whatever's small here we'll take, or bigger we'll take over there as well. Try getting the dirt out of these stumps. 2.5 acres. Had that pile burning yesterday, it's almost gone. Set that pile and that pile over there, along with that one and that one and that one I didn't set on fire, but that one caught on fire from the one that's burning way over there. I lit that one that was far away on fire this morning, and somehow it happened to catch that on fire too, so, which the wind is kind of straight towards it, but it is probably, I don't know, 400 to 500 feet away from it, so the wind is definitely a lot stronger than I want it to be, but got a good wind to where it's blowing out into the field and there's nothing on the other side there, so figure today's as good a day as any to burn, but you can see how the smoke's going straight across, so definitely a good wind, but gonna have all this stuff mainly burn up today. I'll just have this pile left, which I'm gonna light that on later once all these piles are gone, and all the like bigger pieces are just gonna go in that pile and try getting everything burned up here when picking up, but blowing all the sand around in here. But yeah, so for the most part got it raked up on this half. I still got to do from basically here over, so I guess I got about a third of it done. I got 2/3 to go, but didn't want to get too much done because I want to get this stuff burned up while I can, and then I'll rake up all this stuff. So gonna see what my friend wants me to do here, if he's gonna want me to bury this stuff or what, because there's still gonna be some stuff like the roots and stuff that's in with the dirt. I don't know how much time he wants me to spend on trying to sift that stuff out and stuff like that, so I'll see what he wants to do here later. But yeah, I'm just kind of going around raking stuff up and piling stuff up that's already burnt, get it all spread out so I can see what I got left. So it's coming along, that's for sure, but I'm gonna keep going here and see what I can get done. Well, it's been about 5 days, but finally back out here. Got all of this front 2.5 acres all burned up. Just got rake through it and pick up all the little stuff, and then whatever didn't burn, and then I think we're gonna just bury all the dirt and roots and all that instead of trying to sift through that, because that'll take a long time to do. Then got a couple logs here to still pick up and burn some of them, but I'm keeping those for the last pile here. Want to burn. Haven't been out here because it's been so windy, so what I'm gonna do, a little rough out here, is rake up all the stuff that didn't get burnt, so all the like stumps and logs and stuff like that that didn't burn. I'm gonna put them in the other pile that I got left to burn. I'm gonna light that today and get that burnt. So this morning we're gonna rake up all the stuff that didn't burn, get it in this pile, that way it's ready to burn, and then hopefully sometime this afternoon time get this pile lit, because the pile's not that big, so it won't take too long to burn. But yeah, so hopefully get this knocked out today. If not, it'll be awfully close, but we'll see how time goes, because I gotta do all this raked up and all that, so it's gonna be a little while here, but we'll see what we can get done. So I'm gonna probably hop in the excavator first and get this stuff raked up. So I got that pile back burning. That's it of the 2.5 acres up front there is just trash that needs buried. So that's basically done. And then back here, I got this pile back going. And then, so there was a pile over there. I picked up that, put it there, and that one too up there. And then got that one burning right there, and the one burning there, this one and that one's done. So just piled up everything. So now I'm just gonna root rake everything here. I'm gonna back drag everything to me and pile it up for the burn pile behind me there, but just come back, drag everything. Then once that stuff's done burning, or for the most part, probably tomorrow, I'll grab it all and put it in the pile. Not sure if I want to set the pile on fire tonight before I leave, or tomorrow, because there's a chance of rain. So I'm not too sure what I want to do here. Probably see what way the wind's gonna be out of and how strong and all that, because I don't want this burning if it's gonna be too windy. But I like to get 90% of this stuff burned up before I do light that one, so we'll see. But I gotta get all this stuff raked up here and get this done. So we're gonna start over here, work that away, and just drag everything back to us. So today basically got done root raking. Got the back piece basically done. I just got to rake through it with the skid loader still, but hopefully get that done tomorrow. And then I'm wanting to start that other brush pile on fire, get that going, and get that stuff all cleaned up and done. So hopefully get that finished up tomorrow is my plan. We'll see how the weather is. It's supposed to rain some, but we keep missing it, so we'll see how that goes. But it's after milking. It's almost 7:30 now, but I'm in the shop. I haven't showed this yet, but working on the low boy here. I picked these plates up quite a while ago now. They're for the airbag mounts. I don't know how well be able to see that, but right in here you can actually take these and bend them up. They're that rotted. The back two aren't as bad, but this one's actually got holes in them. And then the front one, or front axle here, is the worst. You can actually see they're bowing up. This one's the worst shape. So what I'm doing, I bought those plates, got those. So what I'm doing is replacing all four. So what I got to do, I got this jacked up. There's blocks under the main frame, so the frame sits up. What you got to do is drop the airbags out. So I wanted to start getting the air lines taken off tonight anyways. Get that done, and then I'm gonna replace these two bags because these are old bags, but those two back bags are pretty new, so I'm gonna keep those. But I gotta get these two new ones, but gotta drop all this stuff out, take the airlines off, and then they welded basically just on the front here and the back, so it shouldn't be too bad to take them off. I'll just cut them off and then grind this stuff all flush, and then put the new plates on and weld them in just like that. Put welds on front and back, so not gonna be too bad of a job, I'm hoping, but it's just time consuming because I seen this when I moved the excavator last. I knew they were getting bad, but I didn't realize they were quite this bad because this one started to bend up on me, and those back two are starting to bow up too. So need to get these replaced before I move the excavator back home. So it's just one of the things got to get done. So and then I also got to looking at this. So I bought this trailer about 4 years ago, I guess, and the guy replaced the rails in spots. I've never quite seen anybody do it like this, because yeah, right here you can kind of see they cut this out and replaced the spot in here, and they did that to there as well. And I don't think, yeah, I think the other side, they, yeah, right in here they cut this section out and replaced it all the way to the front. So it's definitely needs some work. That side is in pretty bad shape. I don't know, you can see through the frame there. So over the, well, this winter or next coming up winter, whatever, I need to figure out what I want to do here, because it's starting to get in, it's not in the best of shape anyways. So I need to really do the frame rails on this side pretty bad, because it's got holes right there too. So it's not in good shape, but it still does have a pretty good bow to it. So it's not horrible, but it's starting to get bad to where I want to get it done, because we'll take the top deck boards off and take a look underneath it and see what needs to be done to it. But I know a couple guys that pretty good at welding, so I'm going to talk to them, see what they think, and go from there on it. But yeah, it's that's a later project. The main thing I need to get done now is these plates. So that's on the agenda for now, but I'm just gonna work out here for a little bit, but I figured get you guys out here and show you what I'm doing and see what I can get done tonight anyways. Back at the 5 acres this morning and in the back 2.5 here. Got all the brush basically burned up. Got a little bit left there that's smoldering, but I'll get that raked up this morning. And then I got this pile cleared out and all this raked up. Yesterday I raked up all of this, and but took that stuff that was still burning and put it in the burn pile here. It's burning up on top. Hopefully it'll fall down in there and catch the rest of the pile on fire and get this going. And raked up all this yesterday in windrows. I'm going to sift through it and put it on the burn pile once it gets burning. And then I'm going to take all the piles I raked up quite a while ago now, I guess about a week ago. There's, I don't know, 2-3 piles. I'm going to rake them all over this way. That way everything's in one spot here, and sift through what I can and burn that and then bury the rest here. Because there's a little bit of stuff here that won't be able to burn because it's got a bunch of dirt in it, but for the most part it looks pretty good. I'll probably go through it with the skid loader and kind of just skim through it, get some of the bigger stuff that I left, because this being foot spacings, some stuff falls through it that I want raked up. So probably go through, root rake a little bit, and then like there's a couple holes throughout there I'll get filled in with the skid loader as well. And then I got on the 2.5 acres up front there, I'm gonna rake up everything in a pile that didn't get burnt, and the roots and all that, because I didn't get that stuff burned up because that stuff's got a lot more dirt in it. But I'll sift through some of that and go from there on that, and I'll just bury the rest. I'll dig a hole somewhere in the middle there, push all that stuff in it, but that's basically done besides burying that. So it's coming along, that's for sure. So don't have much wind today, which kind of sucks because it's not burning too good, but we'll get it burnt. If I got to, I'll get the torch out and light it up again. But they got rain coming, let's see, today's Wednesday, so they got rain Friday, so I want to get this all finished up tomorrow and be done with this project. So yeah, but as you can see, they've got some rain here and there. It's just real spotty stuff. It did rain a little bit this morning, but not a whole lot. But we'll hopefully get this finished up finished up here today, and get this moved home this weekend sometime, or Friday. We'll see how things are going. But yeah, so we'll just go ahead and rake all this stuff over here and get it piled up here. Well, it's after lunch now, and I got all this stuff raked up, got that pile burned. It's almost, I don't know, it's probably half the size now. Got a little bit rake up there, but that's mostly just dirt now. And then I got all this raked up. I'm going to rake this stuff all back with that stuff there, and we'll get that stuff buried, but we'll probably do that tomorrow. We're just gonna get this raked up tonight, and then go to the front 2.5 acres and rake all that stuff up in a pile to bury in. But getting there, I've got to go rake through this stuff one more time with the excavator, and then we'll rake it all to the bag. So we'll just keep going here and see what we can get done. here. Got the trash all buried. I gotta get the skid loader and rake up all this stuff, but want to get majority in there tonight because as you can see, the sidewall's falling because all this is sand. And I kind of separate out the topsoil to the subsoil, so we'll put that back on top and then put that over the top of that. But we'll have to rake up a little bit with the skid loader tomorrow, but definitely not a whole lot here to go. So this will be done, and then I'll work on the front 2.5 tomorrow, let that burn down the rest of the way, and then we'll bury that as well. So I'm hoping to get done tomorrow if everything goes good. I don't think it shouldn't be an issue, but we'll see how things go, because I don't know if my friend's gonna want me to rake through this with the skid loader again or not, because I think it's pretty good, but I'll see what he says. But we'll see how things go tomorrow and see what we can get done. So pretty happy with the job it's doing. So hopefully get done tomorrow, but I'll get you guys back out when I get here. So back out here this morning, gonna get this stuff buried today and hopefully get this job finished up today. They're out here doing the well for the irrigation. They're digging that just on the other side here, and the farmer getting his fertilizer put on here today as well. So kind of a little busy over this way, but it's definitely getting go time on planting. And this over here, especially being sandier soil, they can go on this earlier than what we can, which they're actually really late this year. Usually this stuff's already planted, but they're just getting going on it now, and we're trying to get this finished up here. And I don't know if they'll, I'd assume they're gonna farm this section in here as well, but I really don't know. But gotta get this done, that way, one, I'm not in the field ruining any of their stuff once they plant. I want to get this stuff out of here, which is supposed to rain tomorrow, and then tomorrow's, let's see, Friday, I believe, and then I think they got rain, I think it's either Monday through Wednesday or Tuesday through Thursday. It's like 3 days in a row, so we're not gonna start yet, I don't believe, but see what my dad says here. But yeah, so we're just trying to get this finished up here and get all this done and get this stuff moved out of here and move back home, which I don't have a whole lot to do here. It's just more or less time consuming doing all this tedious cleanup, but we'll get her done anyways. So but like I said, right now I'm just pushing everything shut, push all the roots in the hole, and then I gotta dig another I guess 3 more holes where the other burn piles were. So busy day anyways, hopefully get all this stuff done, but we'll see. So we're just gonna keep going and see what we can get done. So got the fire back going, got most of everything piled up. Gonna grab that stump there and put on the corner there, get that burned up, and then got all that stuff raked up. That's the front 2.5 acres. I got it cleared to where I'm gonna dig the hole in between those two, going right in the middle there. That'll be one hole, and then I gotta go up and the little bit of the nose there and dig another hole. That one won't be too big, but that's basically the majority of that stuff. And then I'll have this pile here. I'm gonna rake through it a little bit, see what else is in there. Then I got all this windrowed up here. I'm gonna dig the hole right in here and bury the rest of this stuff once that gets done burning. And then I got to bury the hole back there. I got all that stuff pushed in and cleaned up with skid loader. So that's done back there. All I gotta do is get the holes dug for the rest of this and get that stuff buried. So so far I think gonna get done today. It's looking like it. I think it's about 1:30, something like that. So hopefully I can get this done, but I gotta get home to milk, so I gotta leave here around 4:30. So we'll see how much I get done here. I'm hoping to get it all done, but we'll see. So I'm gonna rake through this and get it piled up here, and then I'll eat lunch and get to digging. I got a hole dug here for the roots and stuff that didn't get burnt. So we're gonna push that in the hole now. And the hole ain't near big enough, but I just made it to where I can basically push some in and then keep digging it back. That way I don't get too big of a pile of dirt in one spot. But it'd be nice to have had the dozer out here to push all this stuff, but for as far away as I am, it ain't practical to bring it all the way out here. So making do with skid loader. But most of this stuff is either stuff that didn't get burnt, or it's stuff that I just raked up and it's just got so much dirt in it, it takes more time to sort through it than it would be to just bury it. So that's what we're doing here. Hate burying stuff, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Get paid by the hour, so I can't just sit here and pick through it like it would be if it was our own stuff. But what I do is push this stuff in the hole, then get in the excavator and kind of push it back, get it, like to have it at least a foot under the ground. That way if you ever rip or anything, which this ground you won't usually anyways because it's sand, but if they would, that way they don't get into it and don't have any issues with it, which after a couple of years this stuff will rot down anyways. And a lot of this stuff's got dirt in it. Kind of separated out the topsoil from the subsoil, which in this sand there's only about, on good stuff there's 6-8 inches, but for the most part it's only about 2 to 4 inches, so kind of don't have a lot of topsoil to work with, but it is what it is. I just kind of got that hole there, and then I'll just back up and keep pushing that stuff in on the side here. So it's no big deal. But I don't want to dig too big of a hole and then create a soft spot or something. So that's why I'm just digging a little bit at a time here. All the roots, it's just how it is, so we just get what we can, and just as you farm it, you just gotta keep picking them up. But it'd be best if they no-tilled this for a couple of years, let the roots break down, and then work, it would be alright. But these guys that are renting this piece, I think they work all the ground, so I don't don't know if they'll come in here and work this stuff or not. Excavator though, with that big bucket on it, you can sure dig a hole fast. Don't take long at all. And I think that's a 1.25 yard bucket, I believe. Which when all you're doing is digging a hole and don't care how pretty it is, it don't take long anyways. That hole is definitely bigger than I thought. Gonna take most of this. But then I got some on the back side of that dirt pile. I'm gonna push the dirt in, and then I'll move over and dig another hole next to it here. That way I didn't have to move the dirt so many times. About half the size more hole for this side anyway, so that's good. Some more of this and then dig a little bit bigger hole. out here today. Yesterday I managed to get this stuff buried. I gotta still level it off, but I'll do that later today. Then I gotta bury that one there. That's all done burning. That's gonna get burned anyways. I'll bury the rest. And then I gotta bury that pile over there. So hopefully get all this done today. This is taking longer than I thought it would, just because it's a lot of tedious cleanup stuff and all that fun stuff. So it's taking a little while, but I'm hoping, and I should be able to get it done today pretty easily. So we'll see what we can get done. The hardest part is gonna be leveling this stuff all back off, because all I got is the skid loader here with the grapple. So not the best to level off sand with, but I'll make do with it, because it doesn't have to be pretty, because they're gonna work this ground down anyways, I'd assume. So, and plus it's not the smoothest anyways, because all throughout here is pretty rough. So I'll see what they're gonna do, but I still gotta bury the 2 piles, so we'll get on that this morning and hopefully get that done. So we'll let this thing finish warming up and get to work. Well, all done. Got everything buried. Got that side all done as well. Everything's picked up that I can anyways. You're always gonna have some stuff throughout here that you can't get, but it'll rot away eventually. Definitely looks a lot better than what it did. Gotta head on to another job, go look at that anyways. It's on the way home, so gonna take a look at that, see if I can get another job anyways. So that's just dirt work, so won't be too big of a job, but gotta go take a look at that, give the guy a price and stuff like that. So I think it's about 2 o'clock now, so we're gonna head to that and see if we can get that. But yeah, it's definitely a lot nicer anyways, so I'll get you guys back out when I'm doing something.